Hello everyone, I'm on Wall Street looking at natural gas here on a weekly time frame. So you can see here that we are bouncing around this 50% retracement level on the Fibonacci as I was looking at in my past couple of videos. Now dropping back to this 4-hour time frame, this has been a pretty good area to get an idea of what exactly is going to happen with the price here. So let me just go ahead and move this a little bit further to extend it here. So we are in the middle of a couple different things here. So it looks like price is trying to close that gap at around 2.93, 2.97, let's call it. We had a couple strong wicks up here, but on this 4-hour time frame, you could see that even though we did break above here, now it's all about can we maintain price action above this other downtrend line here. So it has been an area of resistance in the past. You can see here if I zoom out that trend line has kind of been pretty solid. So again, even though we may have some near-term bullishness or bearishness, I should say, in certain cases, and I'll go over each in a second. The grand scheme approach of this is still very weak, and the reason why, jumping back to this weekly, I'm still overly bearish until we get back above this trend line here, which was the main uptrend line for the past several weeks before we broke below it here, as you can see right here amongst this cluster of activity. And so it's difficult for me to kind of get bullish here because even if we happen to get a push to about 2.96, it's still going to have to break above my moving average, and that does coincide with this trend line here. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame and see if we can get some idea of what's going to be happening in the upcoming sessions. So again, we have this candlestick formation. We had a very strong move, and then we reversed back down to close below this close of this 4-hour candle. Not the end of the world. And though we do have this big wick, I would imagine that we'd see price either maintain this area here or break below. Now, I've been watching natural gas for quite some time now, and usually what it'll do is basically pop up strong, and then it'll just kind of dwindle back down here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, but clearly this is definitely an area of resistance still around this 2.884 level. So it wouldn't be out of the question for price to retrace a bit and head back lower to about this 2.84 level. I'm going to drop back to this hourly time frame now to get a look at things on a different level. So we could even throw in a little bit of a trend line here, just looking at this level here. You can kind of see how price just kind of bounced around a little bit. And again, looking at the overall picture, it just looks like natural gas probably had a nice breakout here. We have the 50 crossing the 200 here, and we did bump resistance here on the hourly time frame at around 2.9, let's call it. So next steps, I'd say that we're probably going to be in for a little bit of a retracement back down to this 2.844 level, and then we'll have to see what happens. But again, going back to my 4-hour time frame, if we get back in here like we had basically happen here, almost identical situation, then we'll see price continue to drift lower and then head back down here. So we'll have to see what happens. It's kind of an either way type of thing, but in the larger scheme of things, on the weekly time frame is what I'm referring to. The candlestick, the chart itself, excuse me, will not turn bullish for me until we see price get back above this trend line here. So we still have quite a ways to go. We might end up filling this gap around 2.924, but right now we're having difficulty with 2.9, let's call it. And so in the meantime, there is potential for price to retrace a little bit back to this 2.84 level before getting itself together and then trying to bounce back up higher. So that's what I'll be looking for personally heading into the end of the week. I will be updating you all on Sunday as usual as part of my bi-weekly video updates. I'm on Wall Street. This has been a presentation from thetradersperspective.com. I thank you all so much for subscribing and for watching my videos. If you ever need anything or if you have any questions, reach out to me at thetradersperspective@gmail.com. Thank you all and have a wonderful rest of the week.